Hello, I hope you like my shirt. Unfortunately, it's not a merch. But if you want something like that, let me know down below and we might be able to do something about that. Alright, so today we're going to talk about what kind of networking multiple player you should pick for your game. There is two different ones. There is the synchronous multiplayer and there is the asynchronous multiplayer, and they both work totally differently and they use different internet protocols. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the protocol and which one you should pick for your game. Let's get started. So when the internet was first invented, they had to come up with a system or a protocol. That's why we have the IP address, which stands for Internet Protocol. And then to move information through the internet, we needed two other protocols, one called TCP and one called UDP. The main difference between TCP and UDP is speed and functionality. TCP does not care about speed, it cares more about the accuracy of the information. TCP makes sure that all the packages sent arrives to the destination. UDP, on the other hand, does not care about all the packages arriving, and we use those two methods in different way. Yes, TCP sound better than UDP, but actually it depends on the situation. For example, if you need something instant, something fast, like a video conference call or a video game, it doesn't matter if you dropped a frame or two. For example, whenever you are watching someone on Zoom and they glitch a little bit, that's a UDP issue because maybe a packet got lost or something like that. And on the other side, if you're trying to do something where accuracy is important, you need TCP. For example, sending an email. You don't want your email to arrive scrambled, or for example, listening to music. You don't want to listen to half the song and not listen to the other half because not all the packets made it. So what do I mean by packet? The information on the internet does not get shipped as a whole big thingy. It get broken down to smaller pieces, and every piece have the sender address, the destination, blah blah blah, all the other information and the metadata. And those packets are not necessarily going to take the same exact route through the internet. They will take different route based on policies mainly and other stuff. Basically the cheapest, fastest route. But that doesn't mean always the direct route. Really, company policies and everything play with it. So sometimes those packets get lost. In the TCP protocol, we make sure all the packet arrives. So if something got lost, we send a request to send us a new packet. In the UDP, if something got lost, hey, bye-bye, you got lost. That's why UDP is mainly used in games, because games you need the speed. You don't want to wait few milliseconds to receive all the game data and then the action already happened. You want it to be almost instantaneous, and that's what UDP is serving for. But not all video games need UDP. Some video games are fine for it to be a little bit slower. That's why TCP will work. And that brings us to the two different methods of multiplayer: an asynchronous multiplayer and synchronous multiplayer. Asynchronous is when you're playing, but you don't necessarily have to be on time the same time. Like, you don't have to have the same action happen at the same time. It doesn't matter. For example, in chess, everyone is taking their turn. And if I moved my piece, you can't counteract it while I'm moving. You have to wait my turn to finish, then for your turn to start. So if there is a delay between my turn and your turn, it's not going to be very noticeable. But when it comes to synchronous, it's when you need that immediate feedback. For example, fighting games, first shooter games, any online games where your action and the other person action are interactable and they are actually affecting each other and affecting the result. So let's say I am building a rock paper scissors game. I can use a TCP connection, and that actually makes it easy in so many levels. Is I can have a centralized server that just the whole job of the server is connecting two players, hosting the information and sending the result. And if that's something you're interested in watching, I can make you a video explaining how to do that. Just let me know in the comment below. And for UDP type connection, we can use the built-in server connection in Godot. They have an ENET connection in Godot that works really well with UDP, and I have a whole video explaining how to use it in basics. But if you want a more detailed video on how to do that, like I can show you how to build the whole game from start to finish using the multiplayer, please comment below and we can do that. So if you're working on a turn-based game, something like chess, something like tic-tac-toe, something like rock paper scissors, you won't need a direct synchronized connection. You can use the asynchronous connection. So why would you use a synchronous connection in these cases? You would use asynchronous connection in these cases because it uses less memory and it's easier to host. Like, you can throw it in a serverless container in Google Cloud or Amazon and just have it running whenever someone is using it, and it's shut down when people are not using it. And it's much cheaper option if you're talking about it financially. It uses less CPUs, it uses less memory. But again, the downside, it's not active the whole time. It's just whenever someone have to send a request, receive the request, it's basically an HTTP situation. So to summarize it, you would use the asynchronous method if your game is a turn-based where there is no interaction within the turn between the two players, and you will use the synchronous method if the interaction is important between the player all the time. Thank you all for watching. Leave me a like and subscribe, and let me know down below what's your favorite spaghetti dish.